I think it's made for kids. I think all kids should see.
Deco, that's illegal.
I think all kids should see the Mega Man game and understand.
Alright, this is for kids. Here we go.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Summoner Blue. We're here today looking at Bug Vader's penis.
I erased the penis.
Now we can't be safe for kids!
I'm gonna go let people know on the Discord.
I already did.
Okay.
You can't. No, now we're not family friendly anymore.
Yeah, for fuck's sake, Deco. Get your shit straight.
God.
It's okay. Will's really bad at drawing penises, so no one's gonna notice.
You're not supposed to tell him it's a penis.
I was not actually drawing a penis seriously, but you want me to draw a penis seriously?
I don't.
No, you draw a pink elephant right now.
Oh, jeez. We're early. We're still 15 minutes till 8:30. Don't worry.
I know. We usually start like a million years later.
It's fine. We're supposed to start at 8, and we never do. But, you know, this time I decided let's just, like, go halfsies on late and still late.
Yeah.
See how we like that. See how we like that that little mix. See if we can mess with that a little bit. I'm tired.
Yeah.
How are you guys?
I feel that. I kind of feel
I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of your bullshit.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Nice.
No problem.
That's not nice. We
Well,
have to spend time together for the next 4 hours. That's not nice.
Bug Vader's in a skirt.
Probably.
I mean, from the way you've drawn it, that's a skirt and high heels.
Oh yeah.
Probably, yeah.
I don't know, maybe, I guess. I'm just doing what comes. I'm just drawing it out, man. Whatever happens,
Exactly.
happens. Oh, my dudes. Coming off of Wednesday game and going back onto Sunday game. It's tiring, man. I only just now got done with everything from Wednesday game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that done yesterday, and got everything put in, and
And don't you have that fucking Pokemon thing tomorrow?
Ah, fuck. Now I gotta do that too. I'm kidding. But Pokemon's basically ready. There's a couple of things we have to get done with stuff too. That too. This week's just been really crazy though, especially still getting all my Pokemon stuff together from everything we had lost. But I think I'm basically done now. So it's fine. I just slept for a lot longer than I thought I was going to because I've not been really sleeping that well the past couple of days. And then whenever I got on, I'm like, oh, I gotta do Megamans.
So
Megaman's
I'm
gonna be
looking at this picture of Bug Vader.
Yeah.
And my artistry is kicking in. Vader, where's your center?
They're putting themselves out there. Squeaks.
You're leaning.
They don't have to. They don't have to obey the laws. Oh, great job.
I didn't do that.
I did. Fuck you.
Great job. Now she's dead. Heavy GN X4. Heavy GN X4. I said. Thanks for the 200 bits. It says for pink.
But thank you very much. I like that kind of criticism because I am a self-taught person and I need the criticism. So thank you, but fuck you.
Why are you drawing more penises?
If I was drawing a penis, you'd get demonetized.
Probably already am. Let's be honest.
Oh, that's
okay, let's get in. Let's get out of tired blue and go into regular blue. Hey guys, what's going on? Let's get going. Oh, okay, I can't do it. I'm kidding. No, I'll just grab a soda or something. It's fine. Everybody, look at that pink elephant that's showing up. Look at that. Look at that. Wait, does nobody else see the pink elephant? I swear, there's a pink elephant right there. You think people still get that joke?
Why did you have to address it?
Yeah, why'd you have to address the pink
It's
elephant
not like
in the
it's in a room.
It is in a
Yes,
room.
it is. This is a room.
No, if you look around, we're in a city.
Why the fuck do you have this many tables, chairs, and a flooring in the city? What kind of homeless man are you?
Have you ever heard of a park? Like, I've parked my ass here, and this is where I stay.
Joker,
Hey
look.
guys, look, it's the Galarian form of Fampi.
Han just gave Yome her weekly allowance. Thank you very much, Han.
Thank you, hon. Put a hole. That's it.
No, you didn't call him daddy. Now he's not gonna send anything to you.
No, next time he's just gonna send it to Vader because of that. Good job.
Thank
Well,
you,
sometimes
Daddy.
sometimes I call Han daddy and he gets a little uncomfortable. So I'm
Well,
thinking
now
about toning it down a
because
little
you
bit.
didn't do it, though, Vader gets it next time. That's just how it works, right, Han? Han understands. Anyway.
Thank you, Daddy.
Okay, now you're not getting it. I don't know what's gonna happen. Next week's a wild card now. Who knows what's gonna happen? With all that being said,
Thank you, Daddy.
see, I think that one got you. I think that one got it back. I think you did well with that one. I think you pulled it back right there. I think it's great.
Thank you.
You definitely pulled it back. Speaking of him, look at this boy over here with his new token. Look at this boy over here. This bug boy. And his 3 shifting tokens. State 1, State 2, State 3. Because obviously he's a shapeshifter, you see. Ugh.
Why do I have 3 forms? I only know 2. Yeah, there's only 2, man. Keep believing that. What? Nothing.
Why is there a pupper?
He's trying to live. He's trying to live, man.
Why are you guys drawing today? Why are you so drawy?
I don't know, man.
fucking
We might be
artists.
artists or something.
Are we gonna get to the recap or what?
Fucking artists, man. Come on. That's why I don't work with you guys that much. Except, every week. Yeah, somebody do a recap while I go. I'm kidding. Hey! I'm back. Let's go. But no. Guys, some serious things did happen last time, and I'd like to figure out what those serious things were. So as I go and grab a drink that will hopefully give me more energy, this drink that I'll have to potentially give me more energy. Squeaky, what happened last time?
So last time on Navi RP, we're gonna go by a bullet list. So first we had
Not so easy.
Bug. Shut up! I'm fucking remembering. Bug.
Bug doesn't have
Hold on.
EXE at the end of it.
No, hold on.
Joker, look.
No, hold on.
We have
I fucked up. So first thing that happened, we started back up, and Alan was like, "Oh, thank God, you guys are fucking awake," and we were all like, "Hold on." We woke up. Okay, we woke up. Alan was like, "Oh my God, man, you guys are awake." Fucking, Cross said it'd be fine, but I didn't. I was really skeptical. I thought I fucked up again. And we were like, "It's okay. What did we miss?" And Alan was like, "The whole day." And it was like, "Okay, you have to go to your mom's tomorrow, but we're gonna try to spend some time with your dad before you go to bed. So how much time till that?" And he was like, "We've got about 3 hours." To which we were like, "We can do some stuff in about 3 hours." So Bug Vader was like, I want to go see Lotus. And Alan was like, "Okay, I guess." This is Alan. He's got that like uneven hair, so it's just there. He was like, "Okay, I guess. What do you want to do, Yome?" And Yome was like, "I want to see Savannah." And he was like, "Yeah, we can do that. Are you just gonna go to her?" And she was like, "Nope, I want to do it a la copybot." And Alan Alan was like, okay, what about you, Bug Vader? He was like, I want to do that too. I want to do that a la copy. I just looked at this.
What's up, man? Oh no, keep going. Keep going. It's fine. You're doing great. Keep going. We'll just keep it right here.
Okay, so we were like, okay, so we all went to the station. That's a station. And we went to get copy bots. And through those copy bots, Alan was like, now you can go and do the thing. See, they're missing out on my really good elaborate diagrams.
Yep.
You go.
Yeah, sure are.
So we went to go do the thing. But Bug was like, actually, no, we're not there yet. Okay, so Alan was like, so Yome, you're gonna go meet Savannah? And Yome was like, I want to put on clothes. And Alan was like, that's at the that you need to go. You might have to go to the house to do that. To which Yome said, okay. So she went back home. And Alan asked Bug, since he was still in the PT, along with Cross, he said, hey, Bug, do you want to open the door for Yome? To which he was like, yeah, I'll do that. So now we are back home, and Bug was waiting for Yome. Went opened the door for Yome, and Yome was like, I'm gonna go change. And Bug was like, cool, I'm just gonna, meander about. And he found Alan's dad. Arrow pointing to him right there. And Alan's dad was watching TV, and Bug was like, I'm gonna watch while he watches the TV. And Bug was like, right here. And they were watching, they were talking. They talked about gathering information, sneaky things, freaky deaky. And Alan's dad was like, if you're a virus, I could kill you. And Bug was like, you don't want to do that. Alan made me. Alan cares about me. You'd make Alan sad if you killed me. And he was like, fuck, I guess you're right, but don't cause any trouble. Don't be a shit and fucking do what you want to do, whatever. And then at some point, Yome was like, I have changed. And I have now come downstairs. Bug decided he wanted to go over here. So he did. Which was like the city network, because he's gonna try to search for shit without being traceable back to Alan, because that's what Alan's dad was talking about. When you look for information, you don't leave footprints that lead back to you. That's fucking stupid. And Bug was like, I like the way you think, sir. We think alike. And they did that. And Yome was like, the TV's on. That's fucking weird. And then it turns out because
ghosts.
And then it turns out that, Alan's dad was watching the TV. And
with his pants off.
At full mast. And, the porno music slowly riffs in. We're still demonetized. And nothing happens. Only a wholesome exchange where Yome makes this man a delicious. Hold on. I'm gonna draw this shit because I'm an artist. She draws that man.
She draws it to him?
She makes that man a delicious sandwich. And he teaches her how to make a delicious grilled cheese sandwich with an egg on top. And he was like, Alan likes that shit. Make it for him tomorrow morning. And she was like, but I don't have a copy bot. How am I supposed to? He was like, I'll get you one. And she was like, oh, thank you. And he will do that. So then she was like, wow, I have to go now. And during the times of making sandwiches, he was all like, most Navis, you have to have some ulterior motive. You're not just doing this because you want to. And she was like, I'm totally only doing this because I want to. And as she walked out, she was like, I want to be the best companion for Alan possible. Bye. And then she leaves. She just ollies out. She was honest to his dad, and she was like, I'm gonna go be around with Savannah. But then we go back to Bug Vader, and Bug Vader was going to see Lotus. Lotus with a flower at the end. There's a leaf and a stem. And he goes to see Lotus, and he was like, Sup, Lotus? Heard you needed some help that I promised to help you with, Lotus. And she was like, yeah, there's a box over there. You can go move it. And Bug Vader was like, I will move that box with grace and poise and dependency. But that box was a fate card.
Yeah.
So the fate card activated. This thing right here, these, it activated. It activated, and Bug went super Majin, became Majin Bug. Perfect Bug Vader.
No, I went perfect Vader.
I don't. Yeah, he did. And I'm gonna put that where. Hold on. We're gonna. Whoa, that's big. Okay, He became perfect. And he and it was Bug. Bug was talking to him, and Bug was like, so I was here the whole time, but you know what I didn't get? None of your pussy character development. So I'm evil now, and because you are my body, you are evil now. But you are not Vader.
Oh
and I
no,
am
he's
not
been
Bug.
there for the character development. He just doesn't give a fuck because he's apathetic as fuck.
I didn't care about it. Fuck your character development. Fuck your romance. Fuck your ships. Fuck this romance comedy slice of life RP. We are now Dragon Ball Z. And he left and walked into the back of Lotus's store, and everything was ominous, and it was crazy. Lotus, why? Girl, you can't just be a part of this. No. But she was. And then we faded to black. To a less engaging scene of Yome and Savannah at the park. Yome gave Savannah that last bit of egg grilled cheese witch. She was like, cool. She was like, you know, I don't want this to just be a casual date. I want something out of this. And she was like, as friends, it's cool. And she was like, okay then, I guess. We're gonna go to the park. But Yome was like, the park is kind of dangerous though. It could be it's rife with viruses. And she was like, I've got Caliber, and if Caliber explodes, oh well, I guess I lose Caliber. But Caliber can totally handle it, and he was handling it like a boss because we eventually went in, and we went to it. This is her lost token. Oh, you found it. That's cool. So we walked around the park for a bit. Yome felt a little bit weird sometimes, but she only ever really noticed it after Caliber defeated the virus, which was kind of weird. And eventually we went up to this nice, beautiful bridge. There was no river. It was just this pavement. And it's probably used cigarette butt. And, you know, we're walking in the park. It's all nice. And Savannah was like...
How come there's still smoke coming out of it?
Because, like, someone just threw it, and it's not out yet.
People aren't allowed to come in here.
Well, they snuck in just like we did, because clearly there's no one stopping us.
I'm stopping us.
So, we go in, there's this bridge, and Savannah's like, look, this the bridge. It's a bridge. Yes, it is. And Yome was like, I see something. It's kind of weird. It was like right here on this little edge right here. And Savannah was like, let me go get it. And Savannah was all like, whoop, badoop, waboop. And she was strong she was strong. Like she spent some time in the monkey bars. She can lift. And Yome was like, oh god, please don't fall. Zoop, badoop, okay. And we grabbed the thingy, and it looks like a little teeny weeny camera. I'm gonna pretend it looks like this, and he's happy to be alive. It looked like a little camera. Yome was going to destroy it until the copy bot said no, and it hurt her. To which Savannah tried to hold it, and then it shocked her. Ow! But then she threw it on the ground, and they both destroyed it. And after we destroyed park property, we decided to never speak of this again, and we decided to leave.
Was it
We
park
booked
property?
Well, we think it might be, but at the same time, we have suspicions of why would the park want something like this in here when everything else was pulled out, especially the biotech.
There was another suspicion as well, but if you don't remember,
That
don't worry about it.
No. The other suspicion was that it might, because it reminded her of what Shutter did in terms of like interfering with the PET and
No.
hacking. No? That wasn't it?
Nope.
That wasn't it.
It felt like Shutter.
It felt like
It
Shutter.
didn't remind you of anything.
Oh.
It just legitimately felt like Shutter.
Oh, well,
Joker, look.
okay, so it felt like Shutter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, it felt like Shutter. So she was like, this is weird. Let us go now, for if I can feel Alan's stress going up from here as soon as he finds out that I'm here when I told him I wouldn't be. How about I carry you out? We just yeet out of here. And she was like, let us do that. And we did. And just with 7:45 to spare, we make our way, and Yome is back in front of Alan's house with Savannah. And Bug Vader, who had died a la fate card, wakes up, coming out of his backup data, being like, I'm late for Lotus.
No, he knows.
Or did I go to... Oh, did I go to Lotus?
He remembers leaving the house. He just...
Yeah, he's like, I died at Lotus's. That's not good.
He died after leaving the house. He doesn't 100% know he died at Lotus's.
Okay. At some point, I died after leaving the
There
house.
you go.
That's not good.
There you go.
I'm late for Lotus.
You're... Oh,
And-
okay.
Yeah. And that is our recap. Look at our beautiful diagram. You're welcome. I'll start cleaning it up now.
Look at Evil Morty.
That was
I don't know why I was drawing Evil Morty. I just was.
That was our recap. I am glad that you guys stayed with us today. I hope that your recap diagram of last session's Navi RP looks just like mine, because if it doesn't, that means you did it wrong, which means you don't remember what happened last session. And if that is the case, you can definitely watch it. It's on a playlist at Summoners Network at YouTube. Fucking watch it, please.
That is true. Squeaky, you did a fantastic recap. Hey, guys, if you guys want to donate $10 to make sure Squeaky does the recaps all the time, that'd be great. Oh, Crotechno donates $10. Nice.
What?
That's such a good... man, that's great.
Thank you, man. You really helped me out, man.
That's great. Great job. Thanks, Crotechno. Also, Han, during that, donated $10 for Alan. I already thanked him, and I gave the thing there, but I wanted to mention it afterwards as well. So, Squeaky, you now have to do all the recaps because someone donated $10 after I said that.
What?
That's just what happens, Squeaky. We go by. That's what we do here. We go by the donations, man. It's just
But
how
my
things work.
my recaps take so long.
Yeah, they do. They give me a lot of time to like sit and think about what to do today.
Okay.
And give plenty of time for audience members to come pouring in.
Yeah.
So
I'm just the fucking trailers at the theater.
So
no, you're the long recap of Toei Animation to extend the footage so that they could do minimal animation.
you're like when people make really small videos on YouTube, but they have to get that 10-minute runtime.
That's not nice.
You're the advertisement to Raid.
You're our Raid Shadow Legends advertisement.
That's not nice. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow. This video is sponsored by NordVPN.
I wish we were sponsored by literally anything.
We're
If
really
you're
not
out there,
sponsored.
If you're out there and you want to sponsor the any of the RP games, stuff like that, we will devote all our time to kissing your ass. I swear to God, we've done it for so many things.
NordVPN, I think, would be the best thing to sponsor us.
We've already kissed the ass of so many products that aren't advertising for us. Imagine if you were actually sponsoring this video. Like, come on. Anyway, imagine what we would do. So
I can't wait for Bug Vader's scar to be replaced with a Coca-Cola symbol.
Product
do it.
placement.
I'd do it. I would force you to do it. Anyway, so
Force me? Just because I'm an artist doesn't mean I have integrity.
that's entirely true. Bug
We're the
Vader.
first to sell out.
Yep.
With all that was going on. First off, Squeaky, you did a wonderful recap. Here you can have a inspiration.
Thank you.
With that being said,
Thank you.
with that being said, Bug Vader.
Yep.
You had woken up in Alan's. Excuse me, trying to move things around. You had woken up in Alan's room. As you have done so, again, you remember going out, and you see the time, noting that it is hours after you were supposed to have gone out. With that being said, a rod just donated $2 more. Says, "Pink, it's time. Time to overthrow the Tyrant Blue. Have an inspiration in your new channel." Well, she can't have an inspiration for a new channel. I mean, I can't give her that inspiration, but it's for something else, Arad. Maybe if you were to tell me that that was a joke, I could give her that inspiration. But for now, I guess that just has to float in the ether. Who knows? Until then, I can be a tyrant if I want to be, man. Return a Dictator Blue? Dictator Blue V2?
Oh, shit. I've been waiting for this arc.
Revenge of the Dictator? Anyway, so. With all that being said, you wake up. Again, you know that you had left already with Alan and Neoman and everything like that. You know it's been hours since you guys have left, and you have came back from your backup data, meaning you know that at some point after you left this house, you died. You now no longer have a backup data. As you were standing there, kind of like walking out into the network that's around you, you notice, Bug Vader, since you've seen these before. Why don't you go ahead and give me a scan just to see if you notice.
All right, where's my dice?
Big old dice right here.
12 plus
2.
Yeah.
As you have come out from your little pedestal thingy with your backup data, you notice on the ground what appears to be, just in front of you, a cursor on the ground, a red cursor.
What the hell? Picks it up. Oh wait, cursor up! I'm dumb.
You notice what appears to be a red cursor on the ground, just seemingly...
Yeah, Vader did
not
encounter
on
him
you,
before.
Not on you, but in front of you.
Oh shit! Dodges out of the way, hides for cover. For comedic effect, can I have a bug wall?
You can definitely put something in front of the cursor if you'd like. Go ahead and put up your junk pile.
Alright, what do I roll for that? It was,
it's junk pile, so nothing. If you just put it out.
Okay. Wait, I rolled an at 20 on it!
That's a good junk pile. It's great. You did it. It's just as... Why are all of your things, like, scattered everywhere?
Because of the fucking glitch when I tried to move my cursor.
We just went over this, Will. You can't move a cursor. I'm playing. But as you see that, you put down a junk pile in front of you. As you do, you get behind it. You hear. Calm down.
He gets into place.
Oh, actually, this would be in the actual network, so let's move you guys over there. Because that's the PET right there. There you go. All the way over here. All the way over. You know what? Just fucking... There we are. I didn't want to move this thing, because whenever I move this thing, bad things happen to all the things that are on this thing. But hey, sometimes you just gotta do it. Sometimes you just gotta make those mistakes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta fix things. Look at that. We fixed it. It's been fixed. Perfect. I hate this map. Anyway. You put out you put out your junk pile, you get behind it, you hear from the sky that voice again, and as you do, in front of them from the cursor rises up what you don't remember because you didn't see this man before, but he does rise up from the cursor on the ground. But you do recognize his voice as the voice of Marksman.
Marksman. Right. Calming down. Right. I just died. I'm really out of it.
I see that. What happened? You went out with Alan, right?
Yeah.
Is Alan
Unfortunately,
okay?
I don't know. For now, let's head out and make sure. Unless you want me to go alone.
I'll bring you to my op. He'll say what we should do.
All right.
He then walks away. He starts walking over toward the entertainment center. Do you want to go with him?
Yeah.
He puts a hand out. As he does, the screen in front of Alan's dad seems to go blank as the two of you appear on the screen. He was watching the news, and now he's watching you two. What appears to be a half-eaten sandwich is on the table in front of him. You see his eyes are closed and his legs slightly leaned off of the couch. He appears to have been asleep.
I thought you were saying slightly open, ready for business.
He appears to have been asleep on the couch. Sir.
I've been compromised. We have to see if Alan's all right.
On that, his eyes do come open as he sits up. Alan, what?
I have been deleted by some form or another. I don't remember what, but Alan might be in danger.
You were deleted?
Yeah.
Have you ran diagnostics?
Diagnostic? I guess I should.
We can try to see if it hasn't been too long since you were deleted, we can try to see where you were deleted.
All right.
Marksman, get him ready for diagnostics. I'll get up in a sec.
I know where we were headed and where he was headed.
Where's that?
I was going to see Lotus at the flower shop.
Lotus.
Yeah.
The Navi that Alan was working for?
Yeah. I was gonna do her a favor, but on the way, something happened.
And where's Alan? Was he going there too?
He was with me when we were heading there. That's all I remember. If he's not there, though, then he might be at the hospital.
The hospital?
With
His
Cross.
eyes go wide.
With Cross. Let me finish the sentence.
With Cross? The other one?
Yeah.
Right. He gets up. As he does, he makes his way over toward the TV. He seems to wave his hand beside the TV as a keypad seems to appear on the screen. He looks to you. He's like, have you readied yourself for diagnostics? Have you done this before?
I don't think I have, no.
We need to have you connect to the system. I'm going to see if we can retrieve any sort of information from whenever you were deleted. It can only happen as soon as you were deleted, so unfortunately not a lot of data can really be ascertained, and some of it can be gone forever. What I need you to do is open yourself up and make sure that anything that I do, he looks to you, you accept. If you don't, data can get away or you can become corrupted. Do you understand?
I understand.
No matter how strange it feels, do not try to fight back against what I do.
All right.
Don't do this to just anyone. Only me and Alan. Got it?
Of course.
He begins to start messing around on the keypad. As you see him typing out things on the keypad, you see that Marksman every now and then waves his hand and fixes some of the code that he seems to write. You can tell that Alan's dad is not like Alan. He's not very great with the technical side of things. He seems to be mostly just going as fast as he can, with Marksman fixing things as he goes along. As this happens, I will have Alan's dad roll for his coding, however.
Oh, what happened? It's asking me to update.
It seems
Tell Windows to fuck off.
It seems like there's some sort of a beach mode active. Should I do that? Hold on. It says it wants me to. Should I download Norton?
No.
Oh, Marksman. Let's hope you do well, man.
As he downloads Norton, he becomes Perfect Vader.
Marksman rolls for his. Okay. All right. We should be fine. We should be okay. As things are going about, Bug Vader, you do feel a little odd as you stand still and you allow for the diagnostics to go down. You can tell that this is not something that is something you would normally do. You can tell that whatever he is doing, he is able to see just about anything that makes up your code. From a program's point of view, this is legitimately just like allowing a doctor to do fucking open chest surgery for you. This person could destroy you right now. It feels weird. You do not like the fact that literally you have no backup data.
For Alan.
It is not something you feel like you should do for anybody but Alan, or again, like Alan said, him. At the same time, you can tell that Alan's dad is not very good at what he's doing.
Trust Marksman. You mean me, right?
You can tell that for a second, like he almost like triggers something inside of you as Marksman wipes that part of the code really quick, and you feel better.
You fools! You have awakened Norton Anti.
Let's just never allow that out. As this goes through, it seems like there's another program. He looks at in the inside of you. As he does, he seems to see. Bing.
No, not Bing search engine. It's really bad.
He sees Bug.
Hey.
As he sees Bug inside of you, he looks at it. As he does, I see you've retrieved the information I asked for.
Did I retrieve the information he asked for?
You have no idea what he's talking about, Bug.
What the hell are you talking about?
Marksman.
Gas is foiled again.
So this was the bug that was hiding, by the way. This was the one that in your last one turned into Perfect Vader.
Damn it, I wanted another one. He's so handsome.
He got his backup data put in. Everything that was him got revived.
Ah.
As you see him destroy Bug.
Ah! Bug!
Don't worry about it.
No, you have to understand, he's not a virus. He's my friend.
Well, he is a virus, and I understand that. But the one you should be worried about isn't here.
What?
One moment.
Then what was that?
One moment. He spends another couple of minutes messing around through your code. He seems very concentrated, again, just like we had saw him before whenever he was watching the news. As he seems to go through the rest. Sorry. He closes things back up, and as he does, I can tell it was in the city. I can't tell anything else apart from that. If I was better at this, I could have probably pinpointed exactly how you died. But I can't.
We shouldn't care about that right now. All we need to care about is what's going on with Alan.
You weren't connected to the PET whenever you were deleted. I think whatever happened after you left Alan.
Well, that narrows things down. But what?
It says that you had a copy bot.
Yeah, because I was gonna help out with Lotus.
Marksman, backwards check the copybot number that I got from the diagnostics and see what happened to it. Marksman seems to immediately disappear after he says that. That creature inside of you was, I guess, that one that I talked to earlier today. However, the one that I talked to earlier today went on a mission for me. I don't like the idea of two of them wandering around. I don't like the thought of just having more of him that could be messing around with the very severe information of mine or Alan's. At this point, you should be able to be alright with just having the other one inside of you, right? I don't know how it got duplicated, though.
I don't know either.
Either way, it seems that your cyber body wasn't harmed in the slightest, which means that you must have went down to something big. Something to delete the entirety of your cyber body.
It couldn't have been Smokeman, could it?
The one that we captured outside into that doghouse? Potentially.
Yeah.
But I believe that creature leaves behind traces. You've seen other areas where smoke was left behind in places, right?
Yeah, and I don't remember anything like that as my last memory.
You weren't heading off anywhere near where any sort of ghost data would ever try to go. If they went into the city limits, the protections there would have destroyed it. It'd have to be a very powerful ghost data to make it there. And while I don't know if that creature that I trapped in the doghouse was powerful or not, enough to go through that, I doubt that it would have left behind nothing from you after defeating you.
Right.
If I was better at this, I'd be able to give you more information. I'm not very tech savvy.
You don't need to be. You're doing plenty.
At pretty good APM though. Anyway, I'd say at this point, I'll message Alan, see what's going on with him. I won't bring up too much. I think we need to figure out what happened before letting him understand anything. You can tell him whatever you want, but if it was up to me, I wouldn't tell him anything.
For now, I just want to make sure he's safe.
Let me send a message to him. Marksman's gone. Whenever he's back, I'll send it out.
Right.
Looks like you're still connected to that creature. The one that was sent out earlier. That's pretty good.
So it wasn't him. Good.
I had talked with him after you guys had left.
Hmm?
He called himself Bug, I think.
Yeah. He's rough around the edges, but he's been growing. I have faith that he'll be someone great. But first, he has his own issues to go about.
We'll see. Whenever I had seen him, he seemed to think that he was being sneaky. I tried to see if there was any way I could put him to use. Right now, he's trying to get some information on something I was looking at on the internet earlier.
He does love information gathering. Is it blackmail, perhaps? He loves that shit.
No, nothing like that. Although, maybe in the future. If he comes back, at least.
Please don't say if. I'm already feeling really scared that I died.
I wouldn't worry too much. I mean, he looks at you. I understand that you have your own consciousness and everything else of that nature, but at least, unlike you guys, or unlike us, I mean, if you go down, you can come back. Speaking of which, I'll hand over one of Marksman's backup data to you. As long as you have a backup data here, Alan shouldn't suspect that you died. Again, you can tell him whatever you want, but if it was up to me, I'd hold back a little bit.
Right.
He seems to mess around with his PET a little bit. As he does, you see appearing off to the side of you is one of these little thing. Why are both of them called cross backup? You see one of these little Megaman heads. Bing. You want to touch your one up?
Yeah.
Did you know where the
You
Phantom
touch
Boys.
your one up.
Look at this.
You're doing
Hey.
it, Squeaky. You're fucking doing
Doing
it. You're
what?
knocking everything away with your freaking.
No, that was me.
Oh, that was you.
I'm not doing anything. I'm literally just fucking
It looked
eating
like it was
popcorn.
pink.
No, I'm right here.
Anyhow,
I didn't do nothing.
yeah, you did. Great job, Squeaky. Fucking messing with things. So. So I can't tell how you died. I can't tell where exactly you died. But you probably did just before coming here, right?
Yeah,
I'm gonna call up that flower shop.
that's probably best.
See if there's anything going on there. See if they've seen a copybot come in. He seems to step away from the TV and put his PET up to his ear as he begins to talk. Upon doing so, before we get too far, about 19 minutes ago, we got a thing from a Rod. I think it was $2. Says, like you haven't withheld my donations already, you monster. Viva la revolution by giving you personal finances. I guess we'll just hold on to that one as well, Arad. We'll see what happens there. And then Arad says, $2 more. So Vader, how did it feel to be such an intimate position with Alan's dad and Marksman? Vader's inspiration. I'll just hold on to that one as well, Arad, since you haven't frickin' take away your
Look,
tyrannical
just because
things
he's hot,
with pink.
look, keep it in your pants. He may be a DILF, and I may be very confused about my sexuality, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna be the one to initiate. If he asks nicely, though, we'll see.
We did a wonderful little collab here, though.
And then Taylor DeZero resubscribed with his Prime for the 2nd month in a row, the 5th month total. Thank you very much, my dude. Much appreciated. But Alan's dad makes his way over. He begins to attempt to talk on the phone. Upon doing so, he's going to roll for his charm, which he has a pretty decent amount of. He has a +4. Bing. It's a 17.
Huh.
Oh, no.
Does Alan get it from his dad?
It's +5, actually. So altogether, that is 19 for him. Doop, 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 doo. As he begins talking, he begins just kind of, as you can hear him, his voice entirely changes from his normal, very this kind of voice, to more of an upbeat and kind of very nice and casual voice, where he's just kind of talking with someone and making everything out to be fine. Oh, have you seen a copybot around? Blah 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 blah. He seems to have completely changed his mannerisms.
Is it just me, or does it look like that pains him?
You can actually see, like, on the look on his face as he's pretending to be, like, really happy-go-lucky and very nice. His facial expressions have not changed at all.
Oh my god. It's like that one video I saw of, like, the freaking Japanese voice actors, and they were, like, freaking voicing for Yaoi, and they're doing moans and everything, but they have the most static look on their faces. And I'm just like, you, sir, have done this too much.
As he
I
does
mean,
all...
when I moan, I have like this blank expression on my face that probably make my moans more hilarious.
As he does all of these things, he seems to, after about 5 or so minutes, Marksman seems to come back and appear. Bzz. I was able to find out information on that copy bot.
Yeah.
Seems it was returned. It might have been after it returned that you went down, but I do doubt that, since it seems to be still in transit.
What does that mean?
That means that it's not giving any late charges onto your op, but it hasn't made it all the way back to the station yet.
I wish I could remember.
He looks over. He sees the message that the dad was talking about sending to Alan. As he sees it, he just kind of grabs it. Deliver this to Alan. He looks to you.
Deliver what to Alan?
Seems my master wrote an email for him. Seemed trying to contact him. Should I take it to Alan?
Yeah.
He nods. About a minute goes by. Alan's dad makes his way back over. He hangs up the phone after a "Okay, thank you. No, I'll come by at some other time." He just hangs up and just looks over towards you. They said they haven't seen any copy bots over there.
What happened?
I don't know. Whenever I was talking, I couldn't talk to Lotus. I talked to the old man.
The old man? I think I've heard of him.
Yeah, the one who owns the shop there.
Yeah, I never saw him directly, but...
Really?
Yeah, I've mostly been talking to Lotus and learned secondhand.
That's odd.
Odd?
Yeah, that old man loves this store. Is he...
Well, he is getting old, so... It sounds like he's not in the best of shape lately.
Yeah, I think Alan said he was like, what, in his 80s? Either way, he seemed to be doing fine. Looks back over towards you. How are you feeling after the diagnostics?
I'm not sure.
I'm not the best at things, but I don't think I put any bugs in you. Looks like you have quite a bit of data that I couldn't get a hold of, though.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time I had bugs.
I guess. As he seems to be talking, something seems to enter the network.
Someone's at the door!
They do not say that. As Vader, you feel bug into the network.
Oh god, it's Bug! Run away!
Bug, you had felt that Vader had died and started immediately coming back.
Who did it to you? What? He just zooms in, grabs Bug by the shoulders.
You mean Vader?
Who did it to you? Yeah. Who killed you? Who was it? Was it that bitch Lotus? I knew she was evil. Whoa, dude, no, what? I wasn't even there. Does Bug think that's a contradiction or no?
Bug wouldn't know where you died at.
Good. 'Cause if that bitch decides to stab you in the back while I'm not there, I'm gonna feel really guilty. You won't like me when I'm guilty. Okay?
You won't like me when I'm guilty.
Either way, what was your last memory? I was at the bus with Alan. Jesus.
Nope, leaving the room, leaving this house was your last memory.
Leaving the house with Alan. Jesus. Leaving the house.
You know who else is outside this house? That bitch Lotus! I'm kidding. Coincidence? I'm kidding. So you're able to feel when things are happening to him then?
Oh, yeah. Where?
Did you feel anything whenever you got deleted just then?
Did I feel anything?
Nope. You had no idea what he's talking about.
Nah, I've been helping you with the thing.
Whenever we opened up Bug Vader to do diagnostics, Marksman and I found another one of you inside of him. Because because it didn't know about the mission I'd sent you on, I went ahead and deleted it. It didn't seem to be that useful.
Is that why? I've been trying to get into Vader whenever he's in a copy bot, but there always seemed to be something blocking it. Is that what's going on?
Again with the copy bot. He brings his
What do you mean again?
He brings his hand up to his chin. Well, we were trying to see if the copy bot had anything to do with what was going on, but apparently there was a copy bot around, but it got returned. At least according to what Marksman told me just now. Also, my throat is just closed up, and I don't know if you guys hear that. Anyway, I don't know what's going on.
Don't suck dick while you're DMing.
I don't know what's going on.
It's called phlegm.
No, like my throat just closed up. Like hurting closed up.
You go get water, dude.
Yeah, give me a second. Holy crap.
In the meanwhile, the Squeaky and I will recite War and Peace. Does Blue have any allergies? Yeah, to your bullshit, Eggy. I'm kidding. Love you, Eggy. And I guess Squeaky's BRB, so I'm the only one here. How's it going, guys? I'm the new leader of... Oh, hey, it's back.
Hey, what's up? Anyway. As he's talking about Marksman, Marksman seems to return. Alan doesn't seem to have any recollection of anything happening. Whenever I asked about Vader, he said he headed off. Toward the flower shop a while ago. So either
really, I don't think she's involved.
So either something happened to you on the way to the flower shop, or something happened to you while you were at the flower shop, or you left early from the flower shop. Which he looks to Bug Vader. Would you have left early?
I don't think I would, no.
Then we can go based on the other two assumptions.
But I have my own assumption. I'm sorry you had to learn this way. No, not Lotus. The guys. Oh, yeah.
Guys?
Yeah, some suspicious people that enter the shop that look like they're probably part of the mafia, but not. I just assume everyone's evil.
Vader, roll me for your scan.
That was Bug just throwing a theory. And Vader's gonna roll.
What the fuck is this?
It's the moon.
Why?
Yeah.
16 plus scan, so...
I drew the skull, kid.
Your scan's a 2, so 18.
Okay.
Vader,
it took 3 days to make that solid. 3 days!
Vader, as you see that Bug is looks like mentioning things, just like flapping on about like the guys and saying they're from the mafia. You see that Alan's dad seems to narrow his eyes a bit toward Bug as he mentions the mafia.
Is everything all right?
No. What do these guys look like?
Suits, ties, sunglasses, you know. Trying to look like you're not suspicious when it's really suspicious.
And they're around the flower shop?
Yeah, looks like they have a personal connection with someone in there.
You seen them anywhere else? Vader, you remember seeing them outside the mall getting questioned by the mall cops?
They were being questioned by the mall cops at the mall.
He looks to Marksman. We'll look into it.
Look. Hey, Squeaky, can you do me a favor?
What?
Draw a cigar in the moon. He's J. Jonah Jameson Moon now.
A cigar?
Yes.
Okay, I'll try.
Phantom isn't here? What? Oh.
I need pictures of Link!
Phantom forgot it was Net Navi today.
What? Then what's she doing?
I don't know, eating pudding?
How dare?
Oh, it's chocolate pudding, don't worry.
How's still there?
I've sent Phantom. I've sent her a message.
So what are the two of you gonna do? I still think that the best option right now is to not let Alan know anything, since we don't know what's going on. However, if you want to tell Alan, I can't stop you.
I think we should
Not tell Alan. Look, he's already gone through enough, man. And besides, he has a deep connection. It's already bad enough you are starting to see a bit of a dark underbelly. It's just a flower shop he kind of helps around with. Do you want him to start suspecting? He's just a kid, man.
Marksman's a Navi that's fashioned towards surveillance. I can have him watch over the shop for the next couple of days and see if anything's going on, especially those two guys you mentioned. If there's anything going on there that can endanger Alan, I will find it. This is something that I want to treat with a bit of care. I don't want him to just rush in and try to figure things out. If he goes there every now and then and works for there, I want to make sure it's safe. If we can't find anything, then we'll figure out what took you down on the way there.
Vader, you have any more information? As Vader's thinking about, don't come here at these specific times.
No, nothing I could think of.
As Bug looks suspicious, but kind of leaves it.
It's around that time. Someone's at the door! Someone's at the door! But
Someone's at the door.
before we'll go to that, Squeaky.
Yes.
Savannah and Yome make their way out from the park, and as they do, they seem to make their way back toward the area where Yome met Savannah.
Is that sigh of relief?
Also, you remember you were carrying her the entire time.
Mm-hmm. Still carrying her.
All
Yeah,
right,
I'm
all
gonna put her
right.
down.
You can let me down now if you want.
Oh, my apologies. Bloop.
She goes and stands up as she just kind of gives a bit of a stretch. Nothing. Just kind of bummed.
That we didn't go far in the park?
I mean, if we would have went a little bit, excuse me, if we would have went a little bit farther, you would have carried me out a little bit longer. But while we're here, I don't want to have people come by and see.
Is that really embarrassing?
Not embarrassing, but well. She points across the way as toward like a set of houses. If my mom were to walk out, it'd be kind of something I'd have to explain to her.
Ah, I see. Then, my apologies. I should have put you down a little bit sooner.
Sorry I didn't have you come all the way to meet me at the house. I know you had offered, but even though my mom and I are really tight, there's still a couple of things that I'm not 100% wanting to bring up to her yet.
Such as...
Don't worry about it.
All right. Well...
She looks down at her
What are you-
PETs, just seeing Caliber, just kind of like, again, with those slight bits of damage, but still just looking basically perfectly fine.
Well then, what are you going to do now?
You know, this is one of the first times I had Caliber just go around on his own. I'm surprised he could.
He's probably can do more than you think.
I'm so used to these guys being really brittle, but he seems to have taken quite a beating.
Well, you've put quite a bit into him, right? To make sure he's a good fighter.
He's taken a bit. I guess after a while, Just kind of like looks down at him. Maybe I wouldn't trade you out so easily after all. We gotta do something about the whole you not looking like a cute girl like Yome, though. Although, to be honest, if I were to change you around, I'd probably want to make you be something similar to maybe something like Blitzman.
Yeah?
Something big and strong, you know? Or at least big and strong looking. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe some kind of a mix?
Potentially.
Like
I mean-
Blitzman, but with really long blonde hair, like really long blue hair and boobs. Let's not think about that.
Yes, let us not. But,
She just kind of laughs, like chuckles a bit.
but it is good that you have a couple of ideas in mind. Some a little bit more practical than others.
That was a joke.
I am still getting accustomed to jokes.
Right. You know, I'm surprised you went along with a bunch of the stuff I said in there.
Well, you seemed pretty confident. How could I not trust you?
A lot of people try to stop me from doing anything too reckless, and it was nice having somebody trust me for a bit.
Well, you have confidence. And to have confidence, you have to have some sort of experience in something, right? The moment I proposed going in there, you didn't seem to falter. If it was all a ruse, then all your confidence would have gone away.
She just kind of like looks away for a little bit and just kind of gives a bit of a smile. I know we didn't do a lot, and I didn't really show too much of a good side from me. Like we did a couple of things, but I hope this won't be the last date. If you still want to go on one.
I did have fun spending time with you, and while I do not produce adrenaline, I was very excited.
Just kind of looks at you. So is that a yes on another date, or?
Well, you also set up conditions, correct? Earlier, saying that if we were to continue going on things, that they were not to be too casual? Or maybe I am misremembering.
I just wanted you to know that I don't go on dates with just friends, with just anyone, you know? If I want to hang out, I'll hang out, but I like to make my intentions pretty solid. Don't want there's a lot of times where I've went and tried to hang out with other girls wanting to have a date, and they just thought we were, you know. It's hard to get your intentions around people sometimes.
Then are you trying to imply that you have ulterior motives with me?
Ulterior motives? No. I mean, those are my motives. I want to go on a date with you, Yome, and I think you're really pretty. If you'd like, I want to take you on another one, and if you like going out with them, I'd like to maybe see what happens with them. If you don't want to, then that's fine too. I just want you to know that that's what my intentions are.
I see. Well, I did not enjoy this. And I do like the idea of going out and enjoying time with other people. I cannot be on top of Alan all the time after. It makes him uncomfortable when I am.
And this isn't saying that that I'm trying to lock you down or anything. We're not girlfriends or anything, so you can still do whatever you want. I just want you to know that after a couple of dates, if we're still liking it, maybe we could... She shrugs.
I will think about it.
I haven't had a lot of interactions with Navis, especially Navis that have a lot of autonomy like you. I liked it, especially the falling and you catching me.
I was rather worried. I didn't want you to get hurt. Humans are soft.
But I don't really want to just end it like this, but she looks over toward her house, looks back towards you. Oh, how about this then? She starts going through her pockets toward her not her pockets, toward her little pouch full of battle chips. I got something for you.
Really?
For you guys, for what you did over the weekend. You know, inviting me out and hanging out with me, as well as, I guess, saving me. I didn't really understand exactly what was going on until you told me earlier today. So I guess actually saving me, yeah, that's probably good too. As she seems to hold out what appears to be 2 battle chips to you.
Oh.
Boop.
What battle chips are they?
If I can get them over to you. Whoop. Whoop.
Ooh, what did you... What? But we just found this area steel.
Yep.
And a long sword. That's the missing piece of the puzzle. Man, yeah.
As she seems to hand off 2 battle chips to you, she's like, well, one of them's area steel, and I know that Caliber just got one earlier, so it's not really too big of a deal for me losing it, but, you know, I mean, before it would have been, so it would have been a nice gesture, right? But this other one's a longsword.
But do you not need that for program advance?
Longsword? She looks over at it. I think I'm relying too much on my program advance, to be honest. Especially after seeing Caliber take down this entire park by himself. I think I want to start working on him more than working on me, you know? Besides, it's not like it's that rare of a chip. I mean, it's a pretty rare chip, but it's not that rare of a chip. You also remember, Yome, at one point, that one of the ideas was to get a area steel or longsword chip over to Donovan, so there's a secondary use for these if you want to do that.
Yeah, there's also that. We were thinking about giving one to Donovan, I think, right?
Or you could keep it. It's up to you.
Yeah. It was that thing of he was gonna give one if we were able to find Mini Boomer, he was gonna give us one of these, but now we have one.
As she just kind of like holds out the longsword chip. It's the rarest of the 3 chips for it, and I know that Alan hasn't really worked on being a net battler or anything, but it'd be nice for him to practice out. If you guys really ever want to use the program advance, then you don't want to fuck it up like that girl did.
Will you teach him how to do it?
Teach him how to? I guess I could try. He doesn't seem like one who's far enough with it, but we can see. There's a bit of a
I-
timing you have to get down with it, as well as your Navis have to understand how to handle the power that comes from it. The 3 chips individually are still really good, though.
I have used Wide Sword and the other one.
What the fuck's the other one? Hold on, I got Wide Sword.
The other one's
Where's
on your
the-
character sheet.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Yes, it is.
I have used Wide Sword and I have actually become quite fond of Cyber Sword.
This one's a bit different. This one is able to hit a lot of enemies that are from basically anywhere around. Combine this with a wide sword chip, and you can basically hit just about anything in front of you. But if you combine it with Cyber Sword as well, then you get some pretty good good swift hits on things. But that's just the 3 of them individually. If you were to go Cyber Sword, Wide Sword, then Long Sword, well, you've seen what happens. But
I'll be sure to take care of it.
Alan's going to have to train a little bit hard to get to it, and if he wants, I could show him a little bit of how to do it. He has to work pretty hard at it, though.
We have been able to slowly but surely amass a little collection of chips of our own.
I'm sure I'll get another longsword chip at some point, but until then, I'd like to see if Caliber can kind of do his thing without it.
Please don't hesitate to ask for this back if you need it.
I'm not like that. She shoves it into your hands. I don't take my gifts back. What? We take on a couple hundred swordies. It's fine.
All right then, if you are confident in that.
If there's anything that me and Caliber have, it's confidence.
Well then, I guess.
What time is it?
Later than it was
Adventure time!
before.
I know that like when we left the park, it was about 7:45.
You guys spent a good little bit in there. It's about 9ish.
Holy
Probably
shit!
a little bit after. You guys were going slow in the beginning,
no,
especially.
we got out of the park and it was 7:15.
Oh, you got out of the park at 7:45. Oh, I thought you said you went
Yeah.
into the park 7:45.
No, no.
Well, then it's 7:45.
Okay.
Because you just got out of the park.
Okay.
we'll say it's about 8 at this point.
Okay. I just like wanted to kind of gauge how long this conversation was taking.
How long? At what time is it? We got out of the park 7:45.
This could have been a 10-minute to 15-minute little bit of thing.
That's true.
She's gonna just. Now, I know she was there for when Nathan was being all like, I like chewing on chips. Yum, 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 yum.
Mhm.
Right? Okay, so she doesn't have to give her that warning. Because she was gonna lift a finger and then mention that. And she's like,
Oh, you already know about Nathan, so I do not need to give you that warning.
Oh yeah, that
But-
weirdo.
But I also should actually extend a small apology for that situation. When Donovan freaked out, I had to kiss him to snap him out of it, and
Yeah, no, that
probably
wasn't
made
weird.
you-
No, that wasn't weird. That's fine. That was a fine thing that happened. I was fine with
I-
it. Donovan was fine with it. You were fine with it. We were all 3 fine with it.
I felt that might have made you a bit uncomfortable,
What?
and a bit like a third wheel.
No.
Um,
Boy.
oh no, here's the thing. She was like,
If you are perfectly fine, then I guess I do not have to extend any way to make it up to you.
It crushed me. I'm distraught. I'm inconsolable even. I couldn't. Whenever it happened, I was like, "Whoa, that happened! Wow." It took me this long to actually understand exactly how much trauma I went through. Actually, to be fair.
Is there anything I can do to make
make it up to you. There's that thing of like she hears all that and it's just like, can I make it up to you?
How did you? She kind of like steps towards you a little bit. Want to make it up to me? She kind of like
Well-
looks up at you a little bit.
Well, according to your teasing at the mall, and right now, and about before, if what you feel is genuine, it feels like you want to kiss yourself. And it seems at this point I just might as well hand them out like candy.
She kind of looks away a little bit. I mean,
I'm joking.
Uh,
Is that a good joke?
good one. You made me start to feel bad. If you want to, I would love to myself, but if I don't, I would. That's just me. Takes two to tango with that, you know. I mean, if you would, yes, I would like.
Then would you do the honors? With Donovan, I kind of forced myself on him. I am willing to let you take charge.
She looks to you. She kind of puts her hands a bit on your shoulders. Upon doing so, just kind of like giving a bit of smile. She just kind of like rubs her thumbs around your shoulders a little bit. Just kind of looks up at you. You see that she eventually has to like go on her tippy toes because she's not
Really that...
she's not as tall as Alan is, and you're about as tall as Alan is.
Okay.
Alan is like half a head taller than hers, so like she's
Well.
just like. Eh.
Can you crouch down a little? Crouch a little bit.
Like if we look at your two tokens beside each other right now, it's
Pretty
like
close. Pretty close.
it's pretty close. But again, you're obviously at a higher position because of the way your face is. Oh, God, the tokens aren't to be actually seen, but like if you look at the tops of them, each of them, she goes to you, and depending on if you allow this, she will be completely wanting to give a kiss. As she does, you will notice if you allow this.
Mm-hmm.
Understood. If you don't want to, it's just up to you.
She's allowed. It's how she makes
It's
it
just up to
her.
you. You know, if you wanted, you don't have. I'm kidding. She attempts to do basically the same thing that Alan did whenever he had woken up and was in his stupor. He is trying she's at first just trying to go for like a surface level kiss, but once you actually seem like you are getting into it as well, she goes for a much more adult kiss.
She wasn't expecting that.
It doesn't last long.
did.
It does not last long, and she does kind of pull back very shortly after starting it. And she seems to, as she steps back, give her lips a little lick for a second, and just kind of like give a smile.
That was very lewd.
Just kind of like hands to mouth, just like. If I had pearls, I'd be clutching them.
Clutching my pearls.
Where
Like-
did you learn this, child?
Like I told you, I don't mess around.
Correct. Well, I should get going now.
Oh, this is how Alan feels.
I now know what it feels like to be on the other side of the spectrum. Well, I need to go home. Thank you for the chips, and I will definitely get back to you on that second date. Have a good night. Ah!
You take your chips
This is what I
and
do
you
to
start
people!
moving away. As she does, Savannah just kind of watches. Hope I didn't just fuck that up. Walk. As you make your way away from where you guys had meet up, she just kind of waves after you if you turn around. And what do you want to do? You want to head home?
It's a thing of like she does turn back, and if she sees her wave at her, she'll wave back and then make her way back home. Yes, she'll give her a little wave and a smile, and then just meow.
Let's go ahead and put these chips over through here.
Mm-hmm.
Did you read both of them?
Yes, I did. Longsword does longsword things, and area steal closes the gap.
Who keeps doing this?
Doing what?
All the chips are ruined.
Hey, I've been away from the tabletop this time.
Ruined.
I've actually not gotten anywhere. Like, I didn't touch them.
Ruined. There we go. They're fine now.
Okay.
You make your way back home. As you do, you go up to the gate. You open it up and you head to the door. Upon
Hey.
opening said door, because you're basically just getting home as fast as you can.
Yep. Do.
You walk in as you notice what appears to be Bug Vader and Marksman and Bug on the television screen, and you see Alan's dad just kind of standing there. Welcome home.
Thank you. Bug Vader? Were you not going to Lotus?
It's a long story.
Is Alan
Bug
not home yet?
Bug looks up like, we just said we weren't gonna say anything.
Is
Yeah, that's why I said it's a long story.
does that mean Alan's not home yet?
We just contacted him. He's on his way back from the hospital.
Oh, all right then.
How are you? You look a little flush.
Just got back from the park.
The park. Didn't know you guys were supposed to go in there.
Why not?
Does Alan not know about the things going on with copybots there?
He does. I went in with someone else.
Oh.
We found some odd tech in there.
Odd tech.
And she's gonna kind of describe the little device that they found and what it did to her. She kind of like just blahs that out.
Looked like a camera, you said?
Mm-hmm.
But it was small and on the underside of the bridge.
Yes.
Park cameras don't look like that.
We didn't...
If there was a camera there and it was placed there at a point where a small girl could just kick at it.
I just want to make sure because I can't remember. I don't think we took it, but I know we broke it.
You broke it. I believe one of you took it, so if you didn't take it, then she took it.
Yeah, okay. Then I'll let her probably know that Savannah has it because she didn't want to hold it even if it was broken.
Seemed to shock you, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Must have been some sort of defense on it.
Well, it is broken now and in the care of one of Alan's classmates that I
I'm
went with.
surprised. Hardly any electronic devices in there less complicated than copybots can even work.
Mm-hmm.
So a small security camera shouldn't be able to do anything. Most of the other cameras in the place are down, which is why it's not safe in there. He just kind of like puts his hand on his chin, starts like just looking down. If there was a small camera there, it'd have to be pretty high tech. You have any other information on it?
Just to make sure that I'm gonna say this properly. The way that camera made her feel was just like Shutter, right?
It felt like Shutter was around.
It felt like Shutter was around. Okay.
Yes.
She is going to point out that it felt like the presence of a familiar Navi in Alan's class.
He looks over at you. So either that Navi was inside of that device, or that Navi is in some way connected with it.
It is a Navi built with the idea of hacking and surveillance.
Then I'm going to assume the latter then. Interesting. Instead of someone in Alan's class?
Yes, someone by the name of Kane.
He looks at you. Gotcha. I believe I mentioned to you before that I didn't much like that boy over at Scilabs.
Do I know that's Kane?
You know that He
I
was
know from
talking
what he
about
said.
he was talking about some boy at Scilabs earlier. Did you know that Kane was at Scilabs?
That's the part I don't think came
Well, there you go.
out. Okay.
It is Kane?
He's the son of the director of Scilabs. He works with Alan's mother.
I see.
Whenever he heads out to Scilabs, I can tell. When he comes back, he seems a lot more at ease. Yet he still always wants to go. I don't like it whenever Alan goes on his little Scilab visits. But once a month, there he goes.
I see.
Not to mention, you guys have already probably heard a bit about it at the very least. I can't say I'm very happy with the fact that the one time he gets to go and see his mother, that he has to worry about some other people like that. And yet she isn't trying to get any more visitation because she's always busy. I mentioned to you earlier, Yome, that I thought that he probably enjoys spending time with her more than he does me. Yet, I think this boy gets in the way of it.
It was talked about, Deco.
Well, there you go.
It was talked about. You know, she's gonna say because she's flustered she doesn't remember.
There you go, then. I was fixing
There
to
we go.
say, I was pretty sure I mentioned it. I just didn't remember
I
by
was
who.
pretty sure too. I was pretty sure too.
I just didn't remember exactly by who. So I'm like, okay, I guess you're just getting this information from
Yeah,
him.
no, I did look at chat because chat comes through and chat was like, no, Jean mentioned it, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. Okay, no, but she doesn't remember at the moment. She was flustered, so it's okay.
Oh.
But while you're out, just note that keep an eye out for that boy whenever you guys head out.
Of course. Can I also mention one thing, and I might just be divulging too much at this point, but it is potentially a cause of alarm. Kane's Navi Shudder. He looks a lot like Alan.
Eyes narrow. Like, not shocked, but narrow like, oh. Please continue talking so I can note how angry I should be.
There are a couple differences, such as hair color and skin color, but he is almost a spitting image of Alan. I almost immediately picked up on it once I got a good look at him for myself. It seemed that he... well,
She's like, oh shit, I almost spilled the beans on the movie theater.
Yeah. Yes, that's it.
Continue.
I don't think he intends to inflict permanent harm on Alan. There was a small altercation at the movie theater.
Up to you. But he is staring at you as if to say continue. That's up to you.
She's kind of like, she's just like squeezing the battle chips and she's just like, oh, fuck, I'm too much.
You might as well. You're far too deep right now.
Does Bug say that? Does Bug say that? Please tell me Bug says that.
He does.
Thank you. She just looks at Bug and she's like, she's not been very sweaty, but she's sweating and just like,
He almost put his face in a grill, and I told him not to, and his net navi turned off the grills and turned on the fire emergency precaution systems. But it
Vader and Yome, both of you roll me scan. Both of you roll me scan right now.
Crush, kill, destroy, Dad. Crush, kill, destroy,
Every part of
Dad.
this, I rolled 8, so 10 altogether.
She's not looking at Alan's dad because she's actually fucking
Oh, well, then never mind.
scared. No,
Then never mind.
Yeah. No, she's not. No, she's scared. She's scared. She's like, I'm not looking at him. I don't want to look at him.
As you're
Sorry.
talking, you see Marksman just kind of like look over. Sorry, sir, I cannot answer that directive. As he says, I cannot answer that directive, the two of you look over at Alan's dad. You note that as he was looking at you, he was typing something to Marksman with his other hand on his PET. He said, sorry, sir, I cannot perform that directive. No matter how many times
man!
no matter how many times you type it, I cannot perform that directive, sir.
Stop typing it. Stop typing it. I've already said no.
I can't, sir. I'm not allowed at the school, sir. I can't.
I wish not to divulge into any more information because you probably might find out the rest sooner or later when, I have battle chips.
Holds them out.
I have battle chips. Look, they're nice. I have battle chips. She's sweating bullets.
So, it's fine. Alan's dad looks to you. He seems to breathe out. And as he does, his voice changes to where he's like, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll figure something out later. I'll see if I can talk to Alan about maybe helping him defend himself a little bit better. But what you actually see is that his expression from anger does not change at all. Just like Vader, you saw him on the phone earlier. He is obviously lying his ass off. He got a really low roll.
Please be reassured in that we have Alan's safety at our utmost priority.
Just quiet, please! Quiet!
You say he tried, but he didn't, from what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Marksman, you can't perform my directive earlier, but I would like you to keep an eye out on the park. If you see this shutter around, and I'm pretty sure you'll be able to notice if you do, after you said that he looks like Alan, inform me. Sir. I'll send a message to his mom. I won't say everything. I'm not sure if she'd have any ability to do anything about it anyway. But I will have her take precautions. As for the two of you, you're going to Scilabs tomorrow as well, right? They have plenty of copy bots, so I'm sure you'll be able to stay out as long as you need.
Yeah.
I hear that his mom, even at this point, has a Navi that she's been working with a while. Which is strange, because she's never taken a Navi before, but whatever. So I'm sure she has a copy bot in her own quarters at this point. Maybe a few.
I can't speak for Kane, but go easy on Shutter. He did help me when I asked him to.
This time, when he looks to you, he makes sure to try to change his facial expressions. However, his voice doesn't change as he does this. So you just see a very happy-looking guy going, "Don't worry, Yome. He works for Scilabs, so I'm sure he has a backup data." He just stops himself like, oh, shit.
I will wait for Alan outside. My apologies.
You make your way out?
I'm gonna fucking get out of here. I need air.
Alan's dad just kind of like rubs his temples a bit, looks back toward all of you. I need to work on that. Either way, I didn't get to tell her, but again, try not to tell Alan about what happened to you. If you want to tell her, go ahead, I guess, but at least let him have some time over with his mom in peace. Invader, keep an eye on that Kane guy.
Yeah.
Bug,
Yippers.
not sure if you completed the task I gave you, but
Yay.
go ahead and roll me for your scan. How about that? And note, you still have a ton of these over here.
Throw in 2.
Okay.
5, so 7. 11, so 13. 13.
You were not able to get everything because, again, you sped right back after feeling that from Vader, but you were able to get the name of one of the police officers. As you do, you tell it to him. He just seems to nod as he's like, that's what I thought. I had mentioned earlier that was a man that I frequently talked to a lot. Good to know that he was one of the ones that was safe. Keep an eye out for any more information on that if you'd like, but I'm pretty sure me and Marksman can handle more information on that. Since you've proven yourself a little bit, if you and Vader ever happen to make your way around where Kane's room is, I hear you like blackmail.
Go on.
I'm gonna lay down until Alan gets here. He's like, I'm not saying anything else. He's like, I'm pretty sure Bug knows what I'm talking about, but I'm not gonna say anything else to incriminate me. Lays down on the couch.
I tease. I, out of character, don't tease, but if you're saying Bug knows, then I trust you on that.
I'm saying he just basically is like, hey, get blackmail on Kane. If you ever go into his room, get blackmail on Kane.
Okay.
It's basically what he's insinuating.
Okay.
Upon that being said, Yome. You step outside, and you are seemingly waiting on Alan, correct?
Mm-hmm. She's just also like, she doesn't need to breathe, but she's catching her breath. It's like,
I was holding my breath that whole time. Wait, I don't need to breathe.
I don't need to breathe. Oh, well, don't I feel stupid?
Like, also, by holding my breath, all I can feel now is the touch of that girl's tongue. Anyway.
she was really flustered coming home. She was just like,
it's a stressful night.
I didn't expect that to happen after everything else that happened. And fuck, there are beans everywhere. That's a lot of beans. They're just, fuck, Alan's gonna hate me. You're gonna get so mad.
Are you willing to wait out there for the whole time for him to come back?
She is waiting.
About 10 to 15 minutes later. Boop. Alan seems to be bringing himself into view a little bit down the road. As you can see, Alan, a little bit down the road, he seems to stop before making his way all the way to the house because he doesn't know that you're there, like waiting for him. He seems to stop. He seems to stop by Grandma Pigeon's house.
Oh.
As he stops by Grandmother Pigeon's house, he seems to knock on the door. From what you can tell, there was a little bit of a noise come from the door whenever he did that, and he seems to be talking towards some sort of a speaker on her door.
Oh.
He talks to it for a minute and then seems to wave upwards and then make his way away.
Okay.
As he does, he starts making his way to the front of the house. He sees you standing out in front of the house on the other side of the gates, and he makes his way in. Yome!
Hello. Welcome back.
What are you doing? It's cold out here.
I needed air.
Oh, okay.
How was the hospital?
Oh, it was fine. They were going over some things that Cross could do to help them out, and showing that they'd even trying to get into some of the data that seemed to be locked from her, to see if they can build up some more of their some more of their records they seem to have lost. She seemed excited to help out.
I see.
It was a little sad, but I mean, it's not like she's gone forever.
And is Grandma Pigeon okay?
Uh,
I saw you take a slight detour at the corner.
Well, yeah, I hadn't stopped and talked to her for a little while. I thought that I would see what she was doing. She didn't really say too much, but it's still good to check in on her. I know that she doesn't really play with anybody or go outside much anymore, but she was around quite a lot whenever me and Donovan were little. So I'd like to let her know that me and him still think about her every now and then.
Before I forget, here, I got some battle chips.
Battle chips? He takes them. Yome, these are two pretty rare chips, right? I don't know much about battle chips, but aren't these two of the ones that Donovan said that he had lost? Wow, how'd you get these?
Savannah.
Oh,
She gave them to me.
right, you'd said you were wanting to go and talk to her. How did that go?
We went to the park.
Oh, yeah? Wait.
And let's just say
He's like,
not
"Oh, yeah?
to worry
Wait."
about me anymore.
As you say you've been to the park, at first he's like, "Oh, yeah?" And then he's like, "Wait, you went to the park?"
She's kind of like puts her fingers together and just kind of pokes at her fingers.
Yes, I'm sorry. Savannah was very convincing.
It wasn't, I mean, are you okay?
Oh!
I mean, I felt
Yeah, are
funny.
you okay?
I felt a little funny a couple times, but I did not get compromised. In fact, we found something there that was, quite odd.
What is it?
It's
Well, I'm pretty sure it is in Savannah's possession now, as well as broken, but it was a small camera.
A camera?
Mm-hmm.
You said Savannah has it?
Yes.
Where'd you find it? What was so weird about it? I mean, the park has cameras. You didn't take one of them, did you?
Under the bridge?
I don't know. Probably not, I guess.
It was small in size. It did not look like a standard security camera. And when I held it, it hurt me. It felt similar to Kane's Navi.
To Kane's Navi?
Mm-hmm. I ended up somewhat divulging it to your father as well. So my apologies.
Maybe we should message Savannah and see if she can bring that to school tomorrow.
I didn't think too much of it at the time, but I guess it is very important. It seemed like your dad was somewhat interested in it as well.
Well, I wanted to also see if I could pack some things up from my room a little bit tonight and bring some things over with us when we go to Scilabs, and this camera could be something we could look at while we're there too. They have a lot more resources than I have in my room, and it gets really boring there, so...
I did let your dad know a little bit about his Navi as well. And now that I somewhat think about it, the fact that Shutter can hack and manipulate surveillance, if he is connected to the camera in the park, it could mean that they are not new to that.
Well, we need to figure out why they're doing it, because it's really dangerous in the park. I don't want Kane to get hurt in there. Especially with Shutter.
The park, Alan. I do not just mean the park, Alan. Do you remember? when you got beat up? You know that one time you got beat up?
You mean at the school?
Mm-hmm. Miss Prague had tried to look through the surveillance cameras, but couldn't. She said it seemed they had been tampered with.
I guess it makes sense, especially since we'd all only thought that he had a normal nav until now.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way a normal nav could have done something like that, but something as customized as to look even a little bit like me? Probably.
A lot like you.
A little. He's still like, no, I'm sure it's not that. I'm sure it's not that bad. What are you talking about?
If you can look into my memory, you'd see.
What do you mean? I'm sure it's not that bad, yo, man. This is fine. Sure, it's like what? Like he has purple eyes. You know, a lot of people have purple eyes, yo, man.
No, she said the color palette was different. It's like the colors are different, but it looks just like it even has uneven hair. Like
it's a very popular hair, yo. I'm kidding.
it's better than Donovan's dumb one hair.
I guess that makes a lot of sense. I mean, I wonder if Brad has one too.
Brad?
Yeah, Donovan's other friend. He usually just goes around with the normal nav as well, but he doesn't always. He's the one that usually he points to his eye and like kind of just like, you know, back. He seems to expect that there's still a black eye there, but it seems to be gone.
Something wrong with your eye?
Oh, is it not? I didn't look.
No, you are not bruised. They seem to have healed up rather well, actually.
You've seen him
Even the
before.
burns.
He's in my class. He's rather big. There's not really a lot that I can do. I can't even do anything to Kane. But they're the two that usually do the physical stuff. Donovan doesn't.
Mm. So then, if Kane seemed to have a normal nav, and this Brad person also has a normal nav, then who owns Quest Girl?
Quest Girl?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you mean that program that showed up?
Program?
Yeah. You haven't talked to her?
No.
Oh.
I thought that she was just a student's Navi.
No, Quest Girl, I think she denies it, but we all think that she's a solo Navi.
Why is she at the school?
Well, I've talked to Miss Toki about it a couple of times, but it seems like she just kind of showed up in the school's network one day. And ever since she showed up, a bunch of the programs and things around seem to have been feeling a lot better ever since problems that had happened a couple of years ago. Quest Girl, just her presence seems to make everything around her stronger. A bunch of the network seems to be repairing itself even after all that stuff that happened in the center of the school. And a lot of the met tools and things like that seem to be working a lot harder ever since she showed up. So they don't really see her as too much of a threat, and she doesn't really seem to do anything, so she just hangs out in some of the school's classrooms.
I see.
We don't really know much about her except that she doesn't seem to have an operator. They've done diagnostics on her, and they can't seem to see that she's connected to a PET at all. And she never really leaves. They've tried telling her to, but then she just comes back. She isn't really being violent, so they don't really want to attack her, but especially without knowing anything about her. It seems like she's just more helping being around than she is hurting. And all she keeps telling people to do is go and fight vampires.
Vampires?
Yeah, we don't understand.
Like actual vampires or vampires in the net? I did not know the net
She doesn't
has
make any
vampires.
differentiations with it. It seems like she just keeps trying to give people quests to go and find vampires. So we just started calling her Quest Girl.
So Quest Girl is not even her actual name.
Mm.
Hmm.
Every time we ask her for her name, she just seems to twirl around and pose.
I see.
Like we should already know. So we just started calling her Quest Girl, and she seems to like it.
I might look into that. I'm quite curious now.
She
She
keeps
seems-
saying that if we defeat some sort of vampire, she'll give us a battle chip. But she then says that that's when the true quest really begins.
I see. Your dad is inside. You did want to spend some time with him, right?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to leave you guys here with him.
No, it is quite all right.
Did everything
Because-
else go well with Savannah?
Yes, everything went fine. As soon as the whole incident with the small camera happened, I decided it was best that we not look into it further. I should not have let myself get so easily swayed, so again, my apologies, Alan.
Well, I mean, her Navi is really strong. If there's anybody who could get you through that place, it was probably her.
She did say that if you are willing, and she'd try her best, she is willing to show you Program Advance. She gave me Longsword, knowing that she now no longer has access to it.
Longsword?
That is the final piece we need for it.
I don't... He thinks back to what happened before with Flick and how she kind of shut down for a turn after failing that. I wouldn't want to mess with you guys. I know that I'm basically useless when it comes to operating you. I wouldn't want to put you guys in a perilous position or anything. I mean, if Anastasia couldn't do it, there's probably no way that I could do it.
Of course. It was only a suggestion. You do not have to do it. But Area Seal will come in handy.
I mean, either of them will come in handy. We can mess around with them and see what's going on. And I mean, I guess I wouldn't be opposed to have Savannah help me out. I mean, he just kind of shrugs.
She seems very interested in potentially custom burrs. She seems quite fond of me. Very fond of me.
She wants to customize Caliber?
She is interested in potentially doing so.
According to
She
Cross,
just does not know how.
she's not very good at it.
No, but with some assistance. Maybe even from Jean. The only issue is money.
Right. I wonder what's up with her. I don't really know much about where she's from. I mean, she only just showed up, but she doesn't really talk about herself that much.
Well, I didn't learn too much of anything new. Only that she had gone through many Navis and that she lives with her mother.
Well, we'll have to say thank you to her tomorrow. Is there anything I can give her for the chips?
I think she wouldn't mind anything. She wants another date with me.
Another date? Oh, I mean, that's nothing that I can tell her yes or no to. That's up to you. I wouldn't mind. I mean, I'd have to get you into another copy bot, but I could do that.
I am thinking about it. I do not want to give Savannah the wrong message. Especially,
And she just kind of like puts a hand to her chin.
since she made hers very clear.
The wrong message. I mean, it shouldn't be that bad, Yome. I mean, it's...
Light
He
blush.
He starts like thinking back to like a bunch of stuff Savannah has been doing the past couple of days since he met her, laying her head on you, watching you go change and things, just stuff like that. He seems to just like his eyes slowly open as he's realizing.
Yeah, that's the thing of like her hands on her chin, and then it's like her fingers like almost instinctively tracing her lips, and she's like blushing. We should go inside. Are you hungry? I can make you a sandwich.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, and it's that thing of like she's blushing, immediately turn around, and just right back inside.
Yeet!
Yeet.
You guys make your way inside. As you do, you see that Vader, Bug, and Marksman are just kind of like on the TV, chilling out. You see Vader. You notice that ever since like Alan's dad laid down and pretended to go to sleep, that Marksman seems to be like really interested in your blaster.
Hmm?
Like he seems to like go around and like lift up your arm, kind of like looking at your blaster from different angles.
Something wrong?
No, it's just rather interesting.
How so?
Whenever we were going through your data, I noticed that a bunch of your data was corrupted, and things inside are not active. It appears that your element isn't going through your blaster as much as it could be. Whatever the antivirus program you were made from was for, it seemed to have given you quite the interesting blaster. That thing could be deadly if used correctly.
I had a feeling it wasn't of a top peak.
If there was somehow we were able to get that thing working again, people would pay top dollar for a blaster program as advanced as this.
Top dollar or not, I just want to be the best I can be.
Let me put it this way. I'm pretty sure I would pay top dollar to have a copy of that program if you wouldn't mind. If we can ever get it fixed.
That's the question now, isn't it?
We'll see what we can do with it. As at that point is whenever Alan and Yome come in.
Man, this seems like just a positive. This isn't foreshadowing that Perfect Vader might have not only known about it, but might have mastered it by the time I learn about it.
What are you talking about, Will? This is a good drink of energy. Anyway. Yome, you and Alan walk in. As you do, you see that Alan's dad is laying on the couch, just seemingly his eyes closed. You're not sure if he's asleep or not.
Is there a blanket nearby?
There is not a blanket on him, but there is a small throw blanket on the chair next to him.
I will put a blanket on the dad.
As you go to put a blanket on the dad, his eyes just open up and look at you.
It was that thing of like she just like looks down at it from the couch, grabs a throw, spreads it. It's just like, hi.
Hey.
She just says, hi.
I'm sorry, did I wake you?
Welcome home, Dad. Or I guess, no. Welcome home, Alan. He sits up. I was here before you, after all. Sorry I wasn't here when you came. It's no problem. I've had your nabbies keep me company. He just looks to the throw blanket you put on him. He seems to just keep it on his legs. He's like, I ain't getting all the way up.
I'm probably gonna lay right back down after this.
This is as comfy as this is. You know what? Screw this. This is my house. I can be comfy. I don't even have to wear pants if I don't want to. I'm kidding. Takes off pants underneath the blanket. I'm kidding. Anyway.
Full mast.
This is my house. I can be full mast if I want to.
Get out.
No. Stay. I'm kidding. Alan, you get out. I'm kidding. Anyway.
Oh my god, I just thought of like that old Dane Cook thing, and he just looks at Alan. Someday all this will be yours.
You have the genes, Alan. You have the genes. You've got everything else from me.
One day all this will be yours. I don't want it, Dad. I don't want it.
Anyway.
As Alan's dad hears about Yome and all that, well, it looks like you have to make another girlfriend.
Anywho. What's that about there being another Yome inside that thing in your room? I'll be right back. Marksman, come on.
I don't know how sad it is that the girlfriend you made turned lesbian. You need to reprioritize your romance, dude.
With that being said, he does look up and it's like, Alan, I'm sorry that the last time we kind of talked, it was just about your grades thing. I'm sure that you've been doing fine there. How was your suspension? You guys remember he was suspended for a day last week. Fine. Good. You're, gonna go see your mom tomorrow. You excited? Yeah. Inside Alan's head, don't worry, Dad, I'll get out of your hair. Inside Alan's dad's head, man, I wish we'd have more time to hang out.
We have more money.
Inside Bud's head, so blackmail.
Really, Blue, having Marksman inspect Vader's blaster, being interested in having it, stop taking advantage of me. Arad, I'll have to keep that $2 on hold again because we're up to 8 now because you still have been trying to get Squeaky to revolt against me. So we'll keep that inspiration well held hostage. But thank you for the $2. As Alan just kind of like sits down on the chair and Alan's dad's just kind of like looking off toward the TV like he's watching something but nothing's on because you guys are standing there. It's a very
Is anyone
interesting hangout session him and his dad are doing.
is anyone hungry?
She just puts her hands together like in a clap.
Yeah, sure. I could make us
Joker,
something.
Look, we have more
I
Don't
wanna
worry,
try
don't worry
making-
about it, Alan. I can make us something.
I want to try making something. Let us make something together. I think that would be a great idea. Yes, let us do that. What do we have here?
They both look at each other and look to you. I mean,
will check. the
yeah,
refrigerator.
yeah. Let's check the refrigerator.
Yes, let's.
Alan's dad puts the throw off of him and goes and follows you two. Oh, awkward family moments. Han donates $10. Says for Alan's dad. Hell yeah. Let's go ahead and make a new
Like,
inspiration.
no, I
believe.
I know this family tension. They're too awkward around each other. I must be the glue that keeps it together. The bonds between father and son. Say as I grasp my breasts.
I don't think that there is a Alan's dad inspiration out here, so let's go ahead and just make a new one. Boop. Gonna call it Daddy Inspiration. With that big daddy inspiration now. Go ahead and make that this color. Copy 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you very much, Han. Much appreciated. The three of you make your way over toward the kitchen. Yome, you notice that again, just like before, there is still sandwich things inside, as well as some leftovers from what stuff that Toki has brought over. However,
Been here
again,
for a week. It's in the garbage now.
However, again, like I was about to say, the Tupperware stuff that she had probably given you guys is probably beyond the point of reheating at this point.
Yeah, garbage.
Just like throw. They're both just like, that's Toki's food. It's amazing. Why'd you do that?
It's been in here for almost about a week.
What a waste. We could have eaten that, Yome. Now we're gonna starve.
Do you guys not know how to cook?
Now we're gonna starve, Yome. It's all because of you.
It's been in here for a week and no one ate it.
Yome, go ahead and roll me a scan as you look through everything.
Okay. She wants this father-son time. She's like, they need this. They need this. 2 inspiration. I will be the glue. 9. 5. Come on.
You're
Okay,
like
so
the glue,
now-
but you're still like the Elmer's glue, you know? So like
not good for work, but good to eat, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Oh, speaking of
Here,
which,
guys,
look.
eat the.
Speaking of which, looking in the refrigerator, there's some Elmer's glue. I'm kidding. Obviously, just behind the Elmer's glue, there's some gunpowder. But with that being said,
This doesn't go in the fridge.
other than that, you look around. There still seems to be the stuff that you used earlier to make the breakfast sandwiches and things like that, and the grilled cheese stuff. However, looking further in there, looking into like the freezer and things like that, there does appear to be some hamburger meat in there. You're not sure exactly how long it's been there, but it doesn't look like it's in any way like hurting
Can I
or like.
check
You can
check an expiration date?
You definitely go and check it, and with that 12, you definitely find nothing.
Okay, so looking at this, just kind of like looks at Alan's dad.
How long has this been in the freezer?
I went grocery shopping last week. I don't remember if I picked up hamburger. I might have.
She's gonna look at it and it's like, is it any color except for what a frozen hamburger patty would look like?
It doesn't seem like it's discolored.
Okay.
Then this might be viable.
You know, another kind of sandwich.
I think I got some some sauce maybe in the cupboards. There may be noodles somewhere. I don't know.
We will make.
And this is an actual pause as she like tries to process what the name is.
Stroganoff.
They both look to each other and look to you. Wow, Yome, you know how to make stroganoff?
No.
But
Oh.
I will look it up, and we will watch a video, and we will do it together, all three of us.
Yeah, okay. Maybe we should ask Miss Toki if she has any advice.
No.
Okay. Yeah, we can do it, Alan. Come on. We can put our minds together, and it shouldn't be that hard. If Toki can do it, we can do it. Right?
We are three people.
Very
How could we
intelligent people. Yeah. Listen, I think we can handle this.
Besides, this would be good familial bonding, would it not?
Yeah, let's do some familial bonding. Me, you, and this girl we both just met.
I will warm up the pan.
Alan looks nervous, but nods. As you guys are gonna try to make try to heat up some of this hamburger and make
Bug,
put
find
some
me a
it's
YouTube.
fine.
Bug, find me a Bluetooth video stat.
Bug, do you want to aid them in looking up how to make stroganoff?
Fucking help me here.
Okay, fine. Only because you
Joker,
asked.
We have more money.
I
Huh?
won't say nicely. I rolled a nat one, so you know what? Bug accidentally gets you. He thinks he got you the right video, the title and all that, but it was actually clickbait, and it ended up being a 1-hour review on fucking Last Jedi, and it's one of those negative reviews that don't actually have a good point. They're just bashing Last Jedi because everyone else is doing it.
But for some reason, the title and thumbnail said beef stroganoff recipe.
You have to get
Yeah.
hey man, you gotta get through those YouTube bots somehow.
Freaking easy to
Whoever
follow beef,
uploaded this, they're just playing the Bluetooth game, you know what I mean?
easy to follow beef stroganoff recipe. It's actually fucking Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Fucking.
Han gave another $10, says for Alan's dad for his dinner. Cool. Get some more dad inspiration. Boom, 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 boom. To make things a little bit go a little bit fast, since you guys didn't get any bonuses from Bug Vader right there, Yome, you find somewhat of an informative video. and you begin trying to copy down what's going on there. The three of you will be making 3 different checks.
Yay.
And at any time you can say which check you'd like to make. As we go down through it, you heat up the pan. The first part of this recipe is, of course, the heating up of the beef. Do you want to do the beef part right now, or do you want to give that to one of them? Do you want to heat up the beef, or do you want them to heat up the beef?
I am
Where's the
thinking
beef?
because she has cooked bacon before, but bacon and beef are different, even if she follows the instructions on the box. Right?
Probably.
She will hand off the beef to Alan's dad.
Where's the
because
beef?
He has cooked more things in a pan, she hopes to assume. Showed her how to make, since he did an egg, and he seems to be knowledgeable about bacon and grilled cheese, she's gonna hand him the beef.
Where's
You
the
make
beef?
beef.
He will handle the
God.
the simmering and the cooking of the beef. As I'm gonna have him roll me for his we're gonna roll for his control stat.
Fucking don't add five chili seasoning, Dad. Alan doesn't like spicy food.
He's gonna add as much chili seasoning as he fucking wants, and you can't stop him because he's the owner of this household.
Because this is his household and he will not be told how to live his life.
He's like, all right, they're counting on you here, Dad. All right, so I probably need some spices.
Bam!
Chili, yeah, we'll go for some chili. Cumin, yeah, we'll go with some cumin. Garlic, yeah, garlic
I
goes on
said
pasta
not
stuff,
spicy.
right?
It's not spicy. What are you talking about? It's just chili. I have ghost peppers inside if you want it.
Mustard, yeah, sure, we'll put some mustard in there.
I mean, here's the thing. When I make beef marinades, I use mustard. Mustard actually really is good for, like...
I meant mustard the spice, not mustard the mustard.
Mustard the mustard is made with mustard the spice.
It is made with mustard spice, but it's also made with other things.
That is true.
Either way, he's doing his thing. He got all together in 9, so, you know, you guys better step up. At this point, you look around between you and Alan. You find the noodles he was talking about. They're not noodles that usually go in stroganoff. They seem to be some form of long straight noodle. They're not like angel hair, but they are definitely some sort of spaghetti
like
noodle.
Linguine?
No, not
Fettuccine?
linguine.
Is fettuccine is the flat one, the little flat one.
I hate those. Wait, no, they're the thin flat ones, right?
Yeah, the thin.
Yeah,
flat
okay, I
one.
like that. We'll go fettuccine.
They're like, it's like if someone took spaghetti but made it rectangular.
Yeah. I like those. Whenever you said flat noodles, I started thinking lasagna noodles for a second. I'm like, I hate lasagna noodles.
No. Who the hell uses lasagna noodles for anything but lasagna?
You'd be
I
surprised.
do.
Ew.
You'd be surprised, and I hate it.
Why? Ew. It's the same taste. It's just thicker.
I hate it. I hate those noodles anyway. So
We
ew.
have more
No, fettuccine's where it's at.
Han gave another $10. Says, please, Yome, please save this dinner.
Fucking, why weren't you giving me this earlier?
He was giving it to the dad, and then I
Yeah,
forgot to,
and look what-
and then I forgot to give the dad any inspiration.
And look how much he used!
I forgot. Leave me alone.
Okay, thank you.
With that being said, who wants to handle cooking the noodles? You or Alan?
I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna cook the noodles.
I'm gonna cook the fuck out of these. I can't wait.
You're gonna leave the sauce to Alan.
Okay, I'll do the sauce.
Who do you want to do the sauce? You or Alan? Up to you.
Yome will learn to do sauce because learning how to make sauce is good for future dinners.
Gotcha. So we'll throw
Because
the one with the
Alan,
we'll,
Alan, you are a smart boy.
we'll throw
I
the one with
really
the
will-
highest fucking stat for this on cooking noodles. Let's go.
Okay.
Nope. We've already decided. Alan's gonna fucking cook some noodles with his +5. Let's go.
Watch him not one and burn the water.
Alan, we
Right,
want to
make
make
it
sure that this
funny.
is actually edible, so I'm putting 2 Al inspiration into this. All right, so far that's 23. It's about 13 more than I think he actually needed to make it okay. And last roll. Yeah, so we'll go with the 23. Alan makes the best fucking noodles you've ever seen.
Perfectly al dente, evenly salted, not too oily.
Alan, the one who's had the most cooking experience making these noodles.
Shut the fuck up. He was the most unsure about this whole venture.
Which
now
is
you wanna
why
come
he
in
was
as
like that,
fucking
because he's the
Gordon
one that has
Ramsay?
the most cooking experience. Of course he's gonna be the one most unsure.
Fucking Gordon Ramsay here. Fuck you.
Todd says perfectly al dente, as all things should be.
I will make the sauce. And
You
I'm
go
gonna
through, and just like Alan's dad said, he had bought some sauce last week. You look through, there's no stroganoff, like just made stroganoff sauce. So you either have to make it from scratch, or you have to go with one of the prepackaged sauces that he has, which he seems to have prepackaged Alfredo, prepackaged marinara, and what appears to be a prepackaged garlic sauce.
So making it from scratch is the only choice.
That you can do that, or you can use one of those as a pre-made thing and just say fuck actually making stroganoff.
No! We have made a choice. We are sticking to the stroganoff, and I will put as much inspiration as I did to those fucking pancakes. We will do the best sauce, and because I am too close to a fate card, I am putting 6 inspiration in this fucking sauce.
Definitely.
Grammar has
Oh, cool. That's a low chance. Okay. It's the power of love, Deco. It's the power of love. 10.
10 altogether.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Alrighty.
Yeah, you can take it. So nat 20, 18. Another 8. I'm just rolling all the other ones.
You don't need to. You nat 20.
I want 5. I want to do it.
All right. Well, before anything,
Nat 1.
you notice that inside of the fridge there are plenty of things to make stroganoff. Obviously, it's almost as if Miss Toki was going to make stroganoff at some point anyway.
Fucker.
You see that upon looking at your recipe, there does seem to be some onions involved. You get some onions, you get some garlic, which you notice that Alan's dad put some garlic seasoning already in the meat, which he probably shouldn't have done. But at that point, you realize you need to use as much garlic in the actual sauce.
Mm-hmm.
You look around, you find some that there is some sour cream. There is some flour. You know, you can kind of make your base with it. There is some Worcestershire sauce. And you start going at it to try to make this stroganoff sauce. You look around trying to see if you can find anything to add to it. You do end up seeing that there is again some prepackaged beef broth that you're able to find, because it looks like, again, like if Alan's dad wasn't the one that bought this meat, it looks like Miss Toki might have bought it to make stroganoff later. So you find most of the ingredients with that nat 20.
Yeah.
As you start going through it, you feel like Miss Toki probably would have made the beef broth from scratch, but you're not sure anything is left of the beef that Alan's dad is over there searing to actually be able to make a good beef broth.
Yeah.
So you begin to start making things through, and you make a really nice looking, really like you chunk up those mushrooms really small so they don't get in the way too much of things. You go at it. It looks really nice, and it goes really well with Alan's noodles. And as you look at this